So here I am, guys, several months later. So let me tell you what's been going on. Let me say what I've got going on in my oven right now. I have some pork belly. I have a huge pork shoulder in there cooking. Back in May, my husband had foot surgery, quite an extensive foot surgery. So everything that he did around the house, I now had to pick up his duties, which included taking out the trash once a week, obviously, mowing the lawn 1 to 2 times a week in the scorching heat. Whatever needed to be done around the house, I had to do. On top of what I normally do, dishes, laundry, clean the house, whatever I did normally. On top of taking care of my granddaughter. Hold that thought. Thank you, honey. Okay. So I've been busy. On top of that, let me go back to when I was talking about where I thought I had some issues with my thyroid and menopause issues. Well, about 2 months ago, I had my thyroid panel done. Not all of it. I think I had all but my reverse T3 done. On top of, before all that, my primary care physician dropped me, but didn't tell me. I called to make an appointment and try to get one of my prescriptions refilled, prescriptions that I take for fever blisters, and was informed at that time that they had dropped me because they hadn't seen me in a while. Well, when I went to go see her years ago, when I was going through the cancer thing, she literally told me, I won't need to see you because you're going through all this, you're seeing your oncologist, this, that, the other. So just whenever you need to contact me, go ahead and contact me and I'll see you. So yeah, apparently that didn't work out so good, so they dropped me. So I said, well, is she taking new patients? No. So now I have a conundrum. I need to find a new primary care, which was incredibly hard to do because not a lot of people are taking new patients right now. So finally, after, I don't know, 2 months, I got to get in and see a new primary care where she actually scheduled for the thyroid panel to be done. But on top of that, I had mentioned that my skin was so dry. I had been, because I was trying to explain to her why I thought it was my thyroid. I'm losing my eyebrows. I've lost all the hair under my armpits. I've lost almost completely all the hair off my legs. I break out with these sores all the time and have for years. Fatigue, muscle weakness, just lethargy, just not feeling good, and all the signs pointed to hypothyroid. So I get all these tests done and they all come back within range, but all of my tests were on the lower end of the range, really close to the very low end. But I think because I had mentioned the sores, she did an anti-nuclear antibodies test. Now, I had one of these done years ago when I was in the military, and it came back positive for the homogeneous one, which there's only 3 things that fall under this particular ANA test. Systemic lupus, erythema something, SLE, drug-induced lupus, or rheumatoid arthritis. I also had some other tests done for through my oncologist, where my platelet count is something about immature platelets. My iron has always been low. Anemia, I've always been anemic. And she wanted to run another one of those tests. Well, again, years ago, I had this ANA homogeneous test come back, and the military said, well, you may have lupus. They did a whole bunch of tests, said, no, not lupus. So I'm trying to get into a rheumatologist now to see if it is in fact lupus. And it very well may be. And now I'm talking 30 years ago. So is it possible I've been living with lupus for 30 years? It's highly possible. So as far as my weight, I've been steady, right at 204 for months, despite 4 months ago starting carnivore. And I've done BB&E mixed in with some carnivore off and on for the last 4 months. So it's so discouraging, you guys. I do not understand why I put this weight back on. I have not strayed from keto, ketovore, carnivore, BBE in months. So it's frustrating for me because I thought that the inflammation was due to menopause. And of course I'm in menopause. Those tests came back, you know, yeah, sure, you're in menopause. So is it lupus? Because lupus causes inflammation all through the body. And if you remember, I was talking about waking up with my hands swollen and my feet swollen. For months I've been talking about that, and that hasn't stopped. Here's my fear. One of the treatments for lupus is steroids. That freaks me out because I do not want to go on steroids. Steroids will balloon you up. So, yeah, here we are. I could have lupus. I think it's likely it's lupus because they thought I had it 30 years ago. That's so frustrating to me. But anyway, sorry you guys, I've been away. The grandbaby is on this YouTube kick with these kids playing with toys and other things on YouTube that she wants to watch, and I love her. I do, but I am 52 and I did not think that I would be a full-time daycare provider. I really didn't. I love her. She's easy. She's easy to watch, but it makes it incredibly difficult for me to do things because now I have to take in consideration having her. Like when I would have to go mow the lawn, I really didn't like to leave her inside, but I would have to leave her inside to go mow the lawn. That's another thing going carnivore. I've always burned in the sun, always. When I went carnivore, all summer while I was outside mowing the lawn, not once did I get a sunburn, which is unheard of for me because, you know, I'm pale, I'm freckled. I could be in the sun 10 minutes and I have a sunburn. That's how bad I used to sunburn. Not once did I get a sunburn this summer. It's crazy. So yeah, this is the update with me. I have good days and I have bad days. There are days I don't even want to get out of the bed, but I have to because I am a daycare provider right now for my granddaughter. There are things that need to be done. My husband is just now starting to walk on his foot. So, and it's been since May 6th, since he's had this surgery. And I am so sorry, guys. I have been away for so long. And there were so many times that I wanted to pick up my phone and record for you guys. So many times. A lot of you have been checking in on me to see how I'm doing, and I greatly appreciate that. But it's been rough. It's been rough. This summer was rough for me. And the fatigue has really brought me down. I started to take the iodine. I stopped taking the iodine back when I think my last video I was talking, it did make me feel good for a little while. And then after that, it wasn't helping. So yeah, guys, this is it. I have been carnivore for about 4 months. Last month was 4 months. Today is October 5th, I think, or 6th. I'm not sure. It's Wednesday, 5th, because yesterday was my follow-up with my oncologist. I just had my CT scan last week. Everything is still clear. I am still cancer-free, which I am super excited about. But I went carnivore with the hopes that it would boost my energy, and it really hasn't. It did a little bit. So don't get me wrong, carnivore is great. And I've tried it before. This is the longest that I've actually stuck to carnivore. I am definitely going to try to upload more, because I feel like I've let you guys down, and it's been rough. This spring and summer has been rough, and there's so many channels on YouTube right now doing keto, carnivore, all that good stuff, and us OGs kind of get drowned out a little bit. And oh, and I will be going on the low-carb cruise. If anybody else is going on the low-carb cruise, let me know. Go ahead and put in the comments below that you're going, and hopefully we'll see each other. So, next June 2023. So, as of right now, that's the way it stands. I've got my room booked and everything. I've prepaid a lot of stuff, so there's that. So, okay, guys, I'm so flushed. It's been so long. I apologize. I really, really do. So, I love you guys so much. I'm definitely going to try to keep up. I am carnivore now. And for the last, what's today? October 6th, 5th. Since the beginning of October, I started BB and E. So I'm 5 days into triple B and E. We'll see how long that lasts, because after a while, that gets a little tiring. So, alright guys, I love you so much, and I will see you, fingers crossed, on the next one. Bye.